Welcome back to Just Nigeria, brought to you by the BBC and Channels TV. Thanks for staying here. Coming up, the Nigerian athletes who rose from grass to grace and now making a mark in the USA. Before we take that story, Nigeria's film industry is the world's second largest producer of movies. It employs more than 1 million people and produces about 50 films every week. But COVID-19 has led to a halt in film and TV production, costing estimated tens of millions of dollars in lost earnings. Have a look.
I was counting on this deal to give us both a new start. Why didn't you show up?
Nollywood is the second largest film producer in the world after India's Bollywood. A lockdown in March due to coronavirus forced all productions to come to a halt, significantly affecting the industry. La Femme Angela is one of the films that was put on hold due to the pandemic. It was one of the most anticipated movies of 2020 because it features one of Nollywood's biggest stars, Rita Dominic.
When this film will be released, and obviously this is a film we spent money on. We have investors, there are agreements, all that stuff is moot now because of this pandemic.
Over 1 million people are employed by the industry, but because of COVID-19, their source of income has been frozen for almost 4 months.
So many people, crew members, who depend on these jobs and they earn weekly, daily, all the time.
Nollywood generates millions of US dollars annually. Because of the halt in production, the industry has lost millions of dollars. Production houses are looking to start filming in the next 2 months, but they're waiting for official confirmation from the Nigerian government.
I think if you look at the wider production sector, so the film industry as a whole, production, even training, and what talents would have earned, what ancillary businesses like welfare, and equipment owners, I would not be surprised if that number was nearer 15 to 20 billion, just in terms of the sheer amount of production that had to stop.
This is one of the viewing halls of Film House in Lagos, Nigeria. It's a popular spot for lovers of Nollywood films. They've had their doors shut since March and still don't know when they'll be allowed to reopen. The impact of the coronavirus goes beyond the bottom line of the industry. Storylines and life on set are about to change.
Actors are anxious, but they are open. So actors are anxious, they're ready to go back to work, but then what are the guidelines? What are the safety measures? Is everybody going to get tested before we start filming?
Film producers anticipate production costs will rise because they will need to ensure the safety of cast and crew.
There's no vaccine that's found in the next few months. It means we're going to have to be working under this pandemic.
Recent years have seen online streaming platforms playing a role in the consumption of Nigerian films, with platforms like Iroko TV and most recently Netflix. But cinema and DVD sales are still the main sources of income. As infection rates continue to rise in Nigeria, the film industry anticipates when it can return to full production. With uncertain times ahead, COVID has forced the industry to rely more on online streaming platforms and television for distribution.